this right here, girl, is an ad. I'm gonna need you to get you some of this Just Move Energy supplement so you can have the energy to get your workouts done like I need to get mine done, girl. It is sometimes a struggle and you need a little extra. Plus the protein shakes. I don't have an appetite a lot of the time. Protein shakes really help me after the workout because I do not want to be on the massage table with my stomach growling because that's where I'm going after this, okay? So I get my protein shake done before, boom, I got both of them. I'm ready, okay? I'm getting old. My knees is a problem. Do you see me warming it up? Do you see me trying to stretch it out? That's 35 pounds. I'm squatting 35 pounds. I'm proud. You can get those gloves and other workout gear from TeamLASHAE.com. The link is down below in the description box, girl. Yes. Girl, I have to give it to myself. You look good, girl. You look good. Juvie. I just had to put him in here because he's cute. I'm on my way to the spa, girl. Piece of serenity. My homegirl does not want to be seen, but she does the best massages. I go to her at least once a week for this muscle situation, girl. And she also gave me this massage cream with CBD in it that really helps with my aches and my pain. So get you some. All of this. Get you some 15% off with my Relax Me Bondy code. Okay, girl? Come on in. Come on in. Come on in. Not come on in. Not come. Sorry, y'all. Y'all know I'm weird. Whatever.
Hey, everybody. What's up? It's your girl, BondyBlue. So let's go ahead. Hey, everybody. What's up? It's your girl, BondyBlue. Okay, follow me on Instagram. And let's get into the video. Right?
Girl, I messed up my intro. Okay, trying to stop the music from playing, and then it came on, and I was just like, "Fuck it." Hopefully, I don't get flagged. It was only a couple of seconds. Okay, I really want you. Why you making me wait? So it like we behind. He's behind. What's going on, everyone? Hi. All right, so we're here for Life After Lockup. This is the prelude to Black Ass Bravo, okay? Because we're gonna get into Black Ass Bravo right after this, girl. All right. And then maybe later I'll come back for Love and Hip Hop. We'll see, girl. Because like lately it's been 2 lives a day is all I can give sometimes, girl. Especially, if I don't start earlier in the day. But today we're starting early. Okay, so let's just see how it all goes. All right. So Life After Lockup, girl, retrieve these notes. Hi, everybody. I hope y'all are doing good today. I'm doing okay. You know what I'm saying? Lot going on. Child, why every time you start a video? Why? Did I kill it? I don't think I did. Why every time you start a video and that pops up? I'm just sitting here as soon as I press live, Nat. Okay, child. What's this show? Life After Lockup? Okay, so y'all know how I do this, right? When I do Life After Lockup, I usually do 2 episodes in one, girl, because child, Life After Lockup be having long episodes for no reason sometimes. Okay, so this is the prelude. Y'all know right after this Black Ass Bravo, Real Housewives of Dubai, Married to Medicine, Real Housewives of Atlanta, and we're going to talk about the whole situation with Kandi and Carlos that came out on House of Aaron. Shout out to House of Aaron for getting that tea, okay? But yeah, Kandi said she don't like him, and we're going to talk about it, okay? So, Life After Lockup first. Let's go ahead and jump in. I ain't waiting for nobody. So let's start off with Brittany and Marcelino. Do we believe Brittany and Marcelino's storyline to be real? If you're watching, comment in the chat. Let me know. Do you really believe that Brittany and Marcelino are on the brink of breaking up? Because at first I thought it was fake, but now I'm feeling maybe a little. Maybe a little. They don't like each other. I don't know. But a part of me feels like y'all have mastered staying on this show as long as possible. And with doing that, it makes me feel like I can't trust your storylines to be real, especially when y'all act like the nigga cheating, but he really just gambling. And y'all have done that more than once. Okay. It's just, and then Brittany with her bisexuality and being in the bed with her homegirls acting like, can 2 women be in the bed together? Yeah. Girl, stop it. You're fucking. Like, cut it out. We understand, but stop. You're okay. Like I should have bleeped myself. I forgot. Pray for me. So yes, the producers pull up on Marcelino because we didn't know where he was at first. He says he was just out gambling, which, like I said, we've heard this before. He feels like Brittany wasn't really into him. He said it before. He's saying it again. The threesome with Brittany's prison girlfriend, Amanda, made him feel like Brittany wasn't really into him. I personally feel like Marcelino is full of shit. Because it's not like Brittany has been spending more time with Amanda since they did the threesome. You're the one that's actually reaching out to Amanda. You're the one that's sending Amanda dick pics. So it just kind of feels like Marcelino is full of shit. He's in a confessional crying and shit, talking about he tried to show Brittany unconditional love. And I'm just kind of like, this all seems very melodramatic. Very, very melodramatic. The next day, Marcelino says Brittany didn't come home last night. She's waking up in a bed with her friend Shannon. She doesn't know how she got there. I'm like, oh yeah, you don't remember? You don't remember meeting up with Shannon to get drunk? You don't remember? Okay. She doesn't know how she got there. Shannon and Brittany obviously smashed. She says it wasn't cheating because he didn't tell her where he was beforehand. I would just kind of feel like if I asked you where you were gone for hours and then you didn't tell me, I feel like Brittany was in some way looking for an excuse to go and fuck on a female. And I feel like why need an excuse? Why need an excuse? Why not just say that you want to still be able to have sex with women when you want to be able to have sex with women and just cut the shit? Like, and the funny part about it is Marcelino seems to be financially dependent upon Brittany in some capacity. So I almost feel like you looking for an excuse to do what you really wanted to do, which was going fuck on Shannon, if you ask me. And he didn't really need to give you an excuse to do that. He didn't. Because ultimately, is Marcelino going anywhere? I don't think so. Is Brittany going anywhere? She's doing all of this faking and fronting, but I don't think she's going anywhere either. Because the two of you now are in a relationship where y'all need each other. You need her because she's probably the one who's actually making the money when you're gambling it away. And she needs you because she needs you to be a caretaker for her kids because she doesn't know when her mom is going to relapse. Okay? So ultimately, I don't feel like they're going anywhere. Now, the thing that really pissed me off with Brittany is Brittany deciding that she was going to go and beat Amanda's ass in front of her job behind this foolishness. So Shannon bucking Brittany up to see Amanda as sneaky. She calls Amanda and asks her to send all of the other text messages between she and Marcelino. He sent her a pic of his dick. They met up in person to talk about Brittany's birthday dinner. Brittany says it's grimy. She doesn't trust what Amanda is saying, and she needs to see Amanda face to face to know if she's lying or not. Okay. So she calls Marcelino and tells him she'll be home that evening and she expects him not to be there when she gets there. And I'm like, girl, you just tell that nigga to sleep in another room. Ain't nobody doing all of that. Okay. He blames Amanda, which I don't know why he's blaming Amanda. Like, this is honestly not Amanda's fault to me. I feel like, Brittany, you brought Amanda into your situation. So anything that happened after that, chalk it up to the fucking game. Like, I don't even understand how you thought you were going to be able to bring another woman into y'all situation and it wasn't going to muddy the waters, especially when Marcelino didn't even really like her from jump, which should let you know the shit was going to be messy. Okay? Like, oh God, this is just so stupid. So she says it's him, not Amanda. She cries about him sending Amanda the penis pictures when she was in the bedroom waiting for him, all for him to come out of the bathroom after doing so and be too bored, tired, or lackadaisical to give her the pic, the dick in the pic that he sent to Amanda. I'm sitting in there waiting on you to come to me, and you in there sending pictures to her. Like, now you feeling bad, okay? But imagine how Marcelino felt when you wanted to her over him. Like, understand, Marcelino is obviously passive aggressive. Marcelino is obviously upset about whatever he saw when y'all had the threesome, and he has now decided he wants to punish you and not give a fuck about your feelings. So now y'all are doing tit for tat. Now y'all are toxic. Okay, y'all been toxic, but this is extra toxic. And it just gives fake. It gives fake all the way up until you punched Amanda in the face. And I was just kind of like, not you punching Amanda in the face in front of her job. over some dick you invited her to. Not you punching this lady in her face down to her job over some dick you invited her to. That's crazy. That's crazy, Brittany. And if I was Amanda, I would never speak to you ever again. But something tells me that Amanda was, once all of the dust settles, something tells me Brittany and Amanda will still be able to reconcile in some form. But to me, if I was Amanda, I would never want to fuck with Brittany ever again. And Amanda may be on some slick shit, but I feel like if Amanda wanted to really fuck with him, then she would have done so, and it would have been more than this. You know what I'm saying? It just doesn't feel like Amanda really wanted to fuck with Marcelino. It feels like Amanda was fucking with Marcelino because of Brittany, and then probably didn't want to hurt his feelings or upset him, or probably engaged a little bit because she liked the dick. I don't know. But either way, I still want to take it back to Brittany inviting Amanda to the peen and then showing up to her job over some text messages to assault her. Like you big and bad, like you have nothing to lose. Now, if Amanda people would have called the police on your ass, then what would have happened? Brittany, you still making stupid decisions, even as a grown woman with 3 children, a business and a husband and a home, and all of this shit in the bag. You really gonna pull up on Amanda and punch her in the face down to her job on camera? You that desperate to keep this life after lockup shit going? Okay, so yeah, she punched Brittany in the face, pushed her down. I mean, punched Amanda in the face, pushed her down to the ground. Like, I just thought it was messed up. It looked bad because Amanda wasn't even fighting back. Like, I think it's crazy when you fight somebody that's not even fighting back. Like that, that seems so messed up to me. I was so surprised that Brittany hit Amanda. And I'm surprised that they didn't advertise that punch in the promos. They didn't. They waited until this episode. Is given Brittany has put her hands on Amanda before. Yes, it is. It's given Brittany is the toxic, abusive lesbian in a relationship. Like, I don't even know how long her and Marcelino are going to be together, but to me, it feels like Brittany really wants to be with women. And she should go and do that. Okay? And try not to be abusive, because you punching Amanda in the face, I know you feel like she deserved it, but in all honesty, it's giving you're abusive. You're full of shit. And I wish that Amanda was a stronger human being so she could have punched you in your face right back. Okay? So moving on from there, Sean and Sarah. Girl, Sean and Sarah is a hot ass mess. Okay? And it's a hot ass mess because Sean ain't shit. And Sarah is only looking at Sean based off of the abusive, toxic relationship she's been in prior, not realizing that this is also bad. It doesn't matter that what you had before was worse than this. This is a man that doesn't take care of his responsibilities. And that's what annoys me, what people don't seem to understand. If a man is not taking care of his children with another woman, understand that at some point, when he is no longer interested in you, and men are very fickle, something we have all known over the millennia of us being on this earth together, men are fickle. They can up and one day decide to replace you with a different model, just like Sean did after he had all those children with Kelly, never married her, and decided to just go ahead and move on to prison bait 1, 2, 3, and 4 until he got to you. And now, because you see him as some great catch and you put him on a pedestal, and you put him on a pedestal because of your previous experiences, to the point that you're ignoring what Kelly's saying and thinking that Kelly means you harm, when Kelly is just fucking tired of raising all of them children by herself. Kelly is just tired of Sean calling her and asking her to bail him out of problems and situations that he gets himself in. He is not different. He is not changed. He is the same person. All of those fucking tears don't mean anything. He could have cried a well full of tears and I wouldn't have given a shit. Okay? Like, the fact that Sarah, you're so worried about people showing up to your wedding to ruin your wedding, not even paying attention that this man has to have reconciliation moments with both of his children because he wasn't there for them while you're pregnant with one of his children. Don't care about that though, right? As long as he's not beating you, right, Sarah? Okay, fine. So, child, it's the wedding day. Looked like they was getting married at a bowling alley. I wasn't sure. Sean's son looks like he doesn't want to be there. Then Sean drinking, juice boxes and shit, trying to prove that he's not an alcoholic like his daddy was. Like, okay, Sean, all of this, let me compare myself to the worst so I can see better shit. Gotcha. Sarah still doesn't know that Kelly is coming at the beginning. Sean's son looks like he doesn't want to be there. Destiny is taking the money from her mom, that her mom gave her for her baby, so that she can get on a flight and go and ruin Sean's wedding over some money Sean doesn't have and Sean isn't going to give her. Her friend says that this is literally the dumbest shit she's ever done. She didn't get a travel pass, so if she gets caught, she's going back to jail, and she's pregnant. She shows up to the airport. She was like, I'm going anyway. Fuck it, But the baby was in her womb like, bitch, you is not about to get us on a plane and put in jail because you want some dumb shit. And that baby started kicking and screaming inside of her womb, and she took her ass to the hospital. And I was just like, thank you. Wasting your mom's money, wasting all of our time, wasting taxpayer dollar when your PO has to come and arrest your ass. Okay? Then let's not forget her ass probably on some type of Medicaid. Okay, like I'm just thinking about all of the government assistance that Destiny's ass is probably on while she goes around acting like somebody owes her something with reckless behavior and a poor baby inside her womb. Baby don't have a chance, child. Fucking around with her as a mama. Baby don't have a chance. So sad. What else? Sean, okay, wait. Sean cries. Is another thing. It's a moment where Sean cries to both of his children about his lack of, parenting that he's provided for them. And I hate the way he keeps trying to put it on Kelly. Kelly makes it seem like I'm a bad parent. Sean, I wanted to punch you in your face while you were crying to your children because you were trying to make it seem as if their mother is trying to make you look bad. As if their mother is pretending that this is worse than it really is. When essentially what you are telling your children is that you abandoned them because their mother was driving you to become an alcoholic and abusive like your father was. So instead of just instead of leaving her, but still being there for your children, because you were still on the phone with Kelly all the time. You were still calling Kelly. That's not like you leaving the household meant that you were no longer in contact with Kelly. Because every time you needed something, your ass was calling Kelly. So it's very problematic to me as you make these excuses and cry these crocodile bullshit tears to your children that you make their mother, who's been there every day, out to be the person that's actually putting 20 on 10. She's the problem. She's the villain. She's the culprit in this situation because she's making it seem like it's worse than it really is, as if your daughter has not been crying to you for years about you not being in her life the way you said you would, saying you would show up and not showing up, making promises that you can't keep showing up with all of these random ass women that you find in jail that are crazy. Also, that you can ask them to be a part of some fake ass family photo that presents as if you've been there for them now that they're grown, when that's not the case at all. And Sarah, again, your wedding was a reconciliation moment for Sean and 2 of his children. Hello. I just can't. The way he tried to blame Kelly when Kelly showed up there, and Kelly was the grown ass woman that honestly, I feel like Kelly is so much better than most people because they dog Kelly in the confessionals. They talk shit about how Kelly look when essentially, Sarah, you will be Kelly. Wait on it. Anyway, when Kelly and Sarah have their conversation, Kelly was 100%. I'm not trying to take him back, girl. Don't nobody want him. Are you crazy? I'm here because my daughter wanted me to be here. And I'm also here because I feel like you don't know what's going on because you've only heard things from Sean, and Sean is a liar. Sarah knows that Sean is a liar. But again, he's not beating her. So he's better than anything else she's ever had. Oh, Lord. Destiny, I said that. Destiny baby punched her in the puss. And so now she's not going to the wedding. Sean and Sarah got married. Everybody's happy. It's all bullshit. Deonte and Lindsay. So Deonte and Lindsay smashed, okay, which is, y'all know, this is a redeeming moment for Deonte, because everybody acts like nobody wants to give Deonte the puh. But apparently Lindsay wanted to give Deonte the puh. Okay. They smashed the night before. He's talking about marrying her the next day. I'd marry you tomorrow if I could, Deonte. And Deonte gonna tell me, okay, because y'all know we talk. So Deonte gonna tell me that they always trying to make him look way more thirsty than he really is, which I know, but I also feel like, Deonte, you always go along with it. You always go along with them making you look thirsty after these white women's, okay? So just accept the fact that they ain't putting 20 on 10 that hard, because essentially you really did sit in a bed with Lindsay and tell her that you would marry her tomorrow. I need for you never to say things like that in your life again to people that you just had sex with for the first time. I keep telling you, stop doing that. Stop doing that. Pull it back. You fucked her one time. That, and I mean, okay, well, in real life, you fucked her a few times. That doesn't mean, okay, in real life, you know, at this point, you fucked her a few times, I'm sure. More than just the one time on camera, I'm sure. But outside of that, Lindsay crazy. You like crazy bitches. And that's where we are. Deonte is talking about moving to Mississippi. Deonte asked about meeting her daughter, Miley Grace. She says that's too much. He's moving too fast. The rest of the episode, they make it seem like Lindsay is being stalked by Deonte. Lindsay doesn't like the fact that she can't control how much they communicate, because Deonte can just keep blowing her phone up. While she's enjoying her time with Blaine, Deonte goes to furniture shopping with his mom to tell her that he's thinking about moving to Mississippi to be with Lindsay. And his mama hauls off and hit him in the middle of the furniture store and say, I'm tired of hearing this bullshit from you. Get out of my face with it. Get out of my face with it. She said she's not accepting it. And I'm like, Deonte, listen, if you if you continue to let these people make you look like this, then that's on you. That's on you, bro. Because at the end of the day, you can already see where Lindsay's at with it. You can already see where Lindsay's at with it. Lindsay wants to be on the show. Lindsay's psycho. That's no disrespect. I think she knows she's psycho. I think she fashions herself after Harley Quinn. So understand, that's who she is. And I think on some level, she fetishized you. And I think you should be careful, because a white girl like Lindsay is going to fetishize you and your big black cock. And then she's going to love it for a minute. And then she's going to get all of her meth head white homeboys to come and do shit to you whenever she feels like it. So just remember, this is the setup that you come into. Her running them meth head white boys, and you being the black guy that they're upset is even fucking with her. Remember that. Okay. All right. Pressing on. Kevin and Tiffany. Oh, the wigga you love to hate. Okay. So Tiffany comes over to Kevin's house as he is having dinner, lunch, whatever, with his mom and his son. And the way she walked in and didn't speak to anybody, I was just like, this bitch ain't got no manners. So she goes in the back so she can proceed to argue with him about Kayla's panties. I'm like, didn't you already leave a letter and leave? Like, why are you coming back to his place so y'all can have a conversation about Kayla's panties? You know he's still fucking Kayla. He's still gonna fuck whoever he want to fuck, because that's just how he is and that's just what he do. Okay? That's what he does. He's told you that. Y'all are not in a committed relationship. Just like you start arguments with him so you can go and do whatever the fuck you want to do. She hopped in a car with somebody and we didn't get to see who that person was, I remember. But now you coming through the house, not speaking to that man mama. Now, mind you, I don't like his mama because I feel like his mama seemed like one of them, homophobic people. Okay? You want to tell somebody about Jesus while your son being a whole hoe out here. Girl, go to hell. Okay? Go to hell. All the unprotected sex don't matter, but somebody liking girls is a whole issue for you, huh? Girl, go to hell. Okay? But she came into the room, and I didn't like the mama for this neither, because I feel like essentially Kevin is a grown-ass man, and Kevin took that woman into his bedroom to have a conversation with her. You come and knock on the fucking door because you feel like she should have spoke to you is weird. Kevin mama, you weird. At the end of the day, you feeling like she should put what she has going on with him to the back burner so she can come and have some fake conversation with you? Bullshit. It's bullshit. You just don't like her. So you wanted to go in there and break that shit up and make it an issue and all of this. And that annoyed me. Okay? But she says their bullshit needs to be put on the back burner. She would think Kevin would want to introduce her or Tiffany would want to meet her. Well, then you would be wrong. You would be wrong, mama. Don't nobody care about meeting you. It brings back how Kevin's mom feels about Tiffany because of the way she treated him when Tiffany got out of jail and she had her homeboy come pick her up. And I was just like, ma'am, the way your son lie and dog women out, you really don't need to take on any of his issues the way you do. It is really sad, and it shows that you're probably the reason why he is a womanizer in some respect. Coddling probably wasn't what you needed to be when he was younger. Who knows? Who knows? Because, I mean, white mamas and black mamas do the same thing. Let y'all not have been around for them kids when they was young, and then you want to get your life right before you die. So your ass won't come and be overbearing and all in their business and shit as grown people. You doing too much. Mama got a dark Christian spirit. She got a dark energy, period. Okay? Tiffany says that she can't change what happened when she went to jail, and he still has dealings with Kayla. Like, you worrying about what I did, but we didn't made up and got past that. Our issue right now is him still fucking with Kayla while he got me up in here. And his mom says that they can't control Kayla. I was like, y'all can't control Kayla, but you want him to be with Kayla, and you like Kayla more than you like Tiffany because Tiffany likes girls. Or because Kayla's been around long enough to kiss your ass. I'm not exactly sure which one it was, but I feel like Kevin's mama need to mind her business. Moving on. Brittany and Ray. Y'all, Brittany is so thirsty. It's getting parched. And the reason why I say this is I feel like no woman should be this pressed about getting married. You're grown as fuck. If your dad doesn't want to give his okay to Ray, I think you need to just either go ahead and do whatever you're going to do or accept it. Because ultimately, you did get in an abusive relationship with a man out of jail, and you have now brought another man out of jail to your family, and you are rushing a marriage with him. And your father is trying to get you to understand that he needs to see more, and you need to see more from Ray before you bind him to you for the rest of your life. But you won't be thirsty for marriage. So what we going to do? When she and her mom go shopping for dresses, her mom tells her she needs to think about a prenup because of the restitution. When she brings the prenup information to Ray, Ray gets upset. He feels like he's always trying to prove himself to her family. And he says, fuck that prenup shit. And I was just like, Ray, even though I feel like she may not be responsible for your what you call them, for your restitution, she may not be responsible for that as your spouse, but I also feel like she should get a prenup. I think she should get a prenup. I think most grown adults, like if I were getting married in my 30s, I would get a prenup. I got married in my late 20s. And yeah, you know, I could have gotten one then, but essentially I feel like I didn't have shit, he didn't have shit. What we getting a prenup for? Okay. But now that I'm older, I realize it's not even really about what you have. It's about not having to fight and argue about whatever may happen once it's all said and done. Okay. Because I know a lot of people that get in their 30s and 40s and you know, go through divorces, and all of a sudden it's a headache it didn't need to be, because niggas don't want to just agree to the half and half. They want to argue about half and half. You've been going half and half the whole fucking time in a relationship. When it's time to get a divorce, they want to argue with you about what's theirs and what's yours and all of that type of shit. These niggas ain't shit. So get a prenup. I don't care what he's talking about fuck a prenup. Get a damn prenup. And honestly, the fact that he responded that way makes me worried, makes me wonder, what are your like goals in this relationship if you are bothered by this girl financially protecting herself when you already know the government is in your pockets? So yeah, I'm looking at Ray sideways right now. Chaz and Brandon, girl, I want for Chaz and Brandon to leave us alone. That's what I want. I want for Chaz and Brandon to leave all of us alone, because essentially, Chaz, you know Brandon isn't attracted to you. You know that lady don't want to have sex with you. He wants to talk to her about moving again. And she says, I've already told you I'm moving to Kentucky. I'm tired of talking about it. Stop asking me about it. I don't know why we continue to have this conversation if she's already said that she's going to move to Kentucky with him. He's trying to help her pack her book bag. It's like, you're doing too much. Like, everything he was doing was annoying me. And I feel like it's because he's constantly on top of her, doing little annoying ass things. She can pack her own book bag. Let her do her homework without you watching her. I know y'all are filming, but my God, go at least sit and stare at the fucking TV on mute. Don't sit and watch her and ask her questions while she's trying to do her homework. You weirdo. You're doing way too much. And you wonder why she's annoyed with you. And then she's trying to act like she's not annoyed with you. It's just, why are we here? Why are we here, Brandon? I know you need money, my girl. I know you need financial support. But you better go ask all them homegirls with the dark eyeliner and the bag, dye jobs and shit. All your homegirls that don't want you to move to Kentucky. You need to be more financially dependent upon them, because this whole thing with Chaz, I hate watching, y'all. Every fucking scene, it's nails on a chalkboard. Watching him like try to make you kiss and have sex and you not wanting to do it. I mean, oh my God. So he annoys her, so she puts her books away and agrees to get in the bed with him. Then she says that she'll do a little strip dance for him. He's making it awkward, trying to beatbox. Fucking stop. Him calling himself G Money when they got to the hotel. Fucking stop. Okay, it's way too much. He says that she was, really aggressive when they got in the bed. And I think she was aggressive because she needed to control everything, because she didn't need to allow herself to be. Okay, because women can handle sex in one or two ways. Either we're the aggressor or we're going to allow ourselves to be, okay? And this is in situations where the sex is, okayed by everybody, okay? And I feel like she took the, aggressive route because she didn't want to give him any space to fuck it up. She didn't want to give him any space to fuck it up. Hey, Cynthia. Thank you for the super sticker, love. Thank you. So, yeah. I think they had sex. She says he surprised her for sure. She's lying. Okay. What did he surprise you with? How fast he can short dick you to death? Okay. Because that's what it's giving. It's giving him a short dick you to death. He wants to stay. He wants to extend his stay. And it makes her upset because she's like, I have all of this stuff to do. They're in a parking garage. And she gets a phone call, pretends like it's her PO, when really it's one of her ex-boyfriends or something who wants to see her. And when she tells him that him staying is going to stress her out, he gets upset, takes his ring off, real melodramatic, baby type shit, and then walks away to go smoke a cigarette in the corner. When he walked away to put himself in timeout, I said, don't go after him. Don't go after him. If I was you, I'd leave the ring right there and I'd go about my fucking business. That was him giving you it out and you should have took it. Okay, Brandon? You should have took the out. But it's obvious that you see him as a payday in some respect. And it's just sad that now the viewing public of Life After Lockup have to sit through more of Chaz and Brandon, the couple that doesn't really want to be together. Or really, I'll say, the creepy old man that knows his young drug addict, stripper ex-con girlfriend is only using him because he pays for shit. It's tiring, girl. It's disgusting. I want it to stop. Taylor and Chance. Oh, wow. Even more problematic. So Taylor is upset with Chance. Y'all know, was that last episode before last? Can't remember which one. But Chance went and purchased a truck, new tires, new rims, put it on credit. She is pregnant. We know for sure at this point. She thought she may be pregnant, but we know she's pregnant. Chance is looking at a house without her. After he got the car, she was like, I would appreciate if you wouldn't make big decisions like that without me. He's not listening to her. He goes and looks at a house. He's going to purchase that house without talking to her. His homeboy tells him that's not a good idea. He's going to do it anyway. So he wants to surprise her. They go to dinner. He's got champagne and pizza. She's not drinking any of the champagne. I think he already knew she was pregnant. I think he was trying to get her pregnant. Probably very conscious of her period, when she's ovulating and having sex with her, probably at times when she doesn't really want to do it, or forcing the issue because he wanted to get her pregnant so that he can trap her further. Okay, so he's wondering if she's pregnant. She says that she's stressed out about money. He says the car was a surprise. She was like, how was that a surprise for me? That was for you. Okay. And she says that, what about if an emergency happens? You know, out here spending money we don't have. And he says, well, that's a lot of what ifs. It's not a lot of what ifs. You numbskull. It's not. She has 3 children and a home to take care of. So emergency money is not what if. Emergency money is just when, okay? Anytime you are saving money for an emergency fund, it is for when. It is not for what's if, okay? Like, that was just so stupid for him to even say that. So now you know you can't depend on him to be financially responsible. So I'm spitballing. You're making more bills for her, so then you're going to make it so that she has to work harder at some point. You're getting her pregnant with another child, so that means at some point she's going to have to depend on you. She's going to be incapacitated, and then she's going to have a connection to you emotionally, even more so now. It's going to make it harder for her to leave. All of this seems like a long game plan. A long game plan, because you're doing way too many things in a way that tells me you're trying to create this persona. You're trying to create this environment in which everybody feels safe, like they're being taken care of, but you're doing things against everybody's will, which shows that you're not doing it for them. You're doing it for you. And at some point, I feel like you're gonna put everybody in a I'm not gonna keep saying it, but y'all know what I think. Y'all know what I think. And I feel like this looks way too similar to how many times men who are on somebody's registry get with single women with children, have that one child with that woman, and all of a sudden, because she had a baby, the sex drive goes down. Now we're not having sex as much, right? And she got to worry about a baby. What's going on with the other 3 children? What are they going to be doing now that Bobby isn't in the house anymore? I want to be wrong. I want to be wrong. I want to be wrong. Taylor and Chance are the most problematic couple on the show. Okay. Oh, yes, please. Let's pause, Lily Bloom, so we can take in how much this white man is given fresh out of prison. He can rob a bank and still get a loan before a lot of us who ain't ever stepped foot in jail. Oh, I noticed it. Job straight out of jail, credit to get cars. Now you're going to get a house, all of this shit, and he fresh out of jail. If it not for the fact that he is a white man that is manipulative enough to clean himself up and talk a certain way in front of certain people so he can get what he wants to get. Black people do not have the same complexion for protection. And so, when we try to explain these things to people, they act like they don't understand. It's a prime example of somebody. Look at Ray. Look how hard Ray has to go and work to make that little bit of money, that little bit of legit money. Meanwhile, Chance is out here becoming master of the fucking universe. He has credit cards. Yes, but he doesn't have any fucking credit. So how is he able to get all of this? Get in the house, get the kids' trust, kick Bobby out, propose, get her pregnant. Check, 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 check. I wonder when he's going to start facilitating, drugs that make it so that she stays asleep longer. Oh, you so tired? You know what? I'm going to get some pills for you so you can sleep through the night and you don't get interrupted, because I know you're so tired. Oh, I'm waiting on that too. I'm waiting on Taylor being so tired and so overworked. So you're giving her sleeping pills so that she can sleep through the night. And so she can't hear anything that's going on in her household at night. Y'all, it's too much of a fucking blueprint for this shit for her not to be like seeing the things that people are saying. I know I'm a Black girl reviewing Life After Lockup. So I know a lot of these, people probably don't watch my reviews. And trust me, I don't need them too, because I don't need y'all in my comments arguing with me, because I don't give a fuck. But essentially, I really, even Brittany is doing well for herself. That's another one. Fresh out of jail, able to get, get all of these good jobs and all of this type of shit. Shorty don't even know when her body catches infections. Taylor is a goner. Ooh, Lord. Look at Taylor's eyes. Always look tired and worn out. She sees what we see. She can't be this clueless. I don't know. Taylor's situation looks like it will turn into the show Snap. We'll see. We'll see. I'm mad she pregnant with them. They sound like a Lifetime movie. They are. Taylor and Chance are absolutely a fucking Lifetime movie. So y'all, lastly, Amber and Puppy. So this is another situation where we're asking ourselves, why? Why, God, did you do this? Okay. So Puppy is talking to Eric about wanting to go on a double date with Amber and her new man and how great he is. Eric doesn't want to go on another double date with them because the last dude was, a crybaby because somebody sent a drink to their table, obviously because they're on the show. And he couldn't take that. It's not the same dude. She's with a new dude now. But Puppy says that she got a job. He says she doesn't need a job. Well, she says she wants a job. He says that she doesn't need a job. I said, what do you mean she doesn't need a job, Eric? What the fuck do you mean she doesn't need a job? Why are you telling her that she doesn't need a job so she can depend on you? With your disrespectful, going ghost, ignorant, always high ass? Y'all, I don't know how they see good in any of these men. Like, Eric is barely, cognitive in most of his scenes because he's loaded, okay? And you could tell that, he took his little book bag, allegedly it looked like when he got his little book bag, like he was going to do some work. I'm going to just leave it at that, okay? But she still hasn't told him that she's pregnant. She came home thinking that he was done. As soon as she got in the house, he picks up his book bag to leave. I said, girl. Amber and Puppy talk about how she hasn't been able to tell Eric about the pregnancy because he hasn't been coming home. When he finally does come back, Amber asked if he came home the night before or something like that. I think Amber came over, he was there, and they're looking at him like, oh, so you just not gonna come home at night? And I'm gonna just say this, Amber, you do not need to be involved in Puppy's relationship with Eric. Please back out of that situation. I know you feel the need to defend your friend, but if Puppy wants to be weak, let Puppy be weak. Like, you and Queenie can only, big her up from afar. But if she gonna let Eric dog her out and fuck over her like this, then you need to just let her do it. Because there's no reason you should be that involved when you asking that man where he was. I'm sorry, I didn't like that because I kind of feel like, girl, why is you asking that man where he was? That's not your nigga. Don't worry about that. You know what it is. I don't even know why you asking questions. Y'all are not going to guilt Eric into anything. So they decide once Eric leaves, they're going to follow him. They got made. And he said, what the fuck y'all following me for? And Amber was like, listen, it's because I don't trust you. It's like, bitch, you do not need to trust him. And now Puppy is like, see, now he's mad. Look what you did. And now she mad at Amber. And I'm like, that's why you can't do nothing for these weak bitches. There's no disrespect. But you can't do nothing for a woman that is going to be abused by a man. And then when her friend comes to bat for her, she's mad at her friend. You can't do nothing about that. That's why you need to mind your business. If Puppy wants to be in an abusive relationship with Eric, then you should just let her do that and distance yourself. That's all you really can do. I'm telling y'all, y'all can't save y'all friends. Y'all better marry Alice, this motherfucker. And what that means is, I've said my piece. And now I'm going to go home. Means you say what you got to say it one good time, and you don't need to say it again. And you also don't need to say, I told you so. But you damn sure don't need to be involving yourself in a situation with a dude like Eric, which to me, I feel like volatile. You can't trust him. He might try to do something to you. I don't like him. She definitely overstepped her boundaries. The folks say he's slanging because he doesn't tell her where he's going. She doesn't need a job. He said, look around. They're not hurting. It's giving. Oh, yeah. When he picked the book bag up, I said, oh, yeah. Grown man with a book bag. There's only a couple of things you could be doing for a living, my nigga. Okay. Okay, you better know it. You better know a Mary Alice reference when I throw it out there. With a nickname like Puppy, the girl was set up to fail. Puppy should take the name Spike or something harder than him. You ain't never lied, B. Amber needs to stop being at Puppy's every beck and call. I agree. Girl. Stop. But anyway, that's all I got for y'all. That was episode 6 and 7, I believe, of Life After Lockup. Comes on again tomorrow. So y'all know how we do this every 2 weeks. I come to y'all with the Life After Lockup until we switch back over to Love After Lockup. And I think I might continue to do them bi-weekly. I think I might be looking at doing that for a lot of the TV shows, because I know y'all like the TV shows, but y'all are more into gossip and entertainment shit, and just the stuff that we talk about online. So I think moving forward, I'll start doing bi-weekly for some of the shows, specifically this one, so I can have more time to do BondyBlue shows. But right now, I don't know, because Weekends on Black Ass Bravo, and Ratchet Reality, I like doing those as they happen. And those are the 3 ones that I'm actually doing that are, only shows. So we'll see. But either way, I love you guys so much. And it is almost 1:50. I'll be back at 2:15 for Black Ass Bravo. So I hope to see you then. Y'all like this video. Share it with people who y'all know like this weird ass show. And I'll see y'all in a few. All right. Peace out.